I want to welcome Agile XRM to the podcast. I've known the people at Agile XRM for the past 12 years. I've seen how their business process management tool can add massive value to complex organizational processes in sectors such as finance and government. If you have complex processes or a need for dialogues on the Power Platform or Dynamics 365, take a look at how this BPM tool can add value. You can find them at agilexrm.com or check out the show notes for more details. Welcome to the MVP Show. My intention is that you listen to the stories of these MVP guests and are inspired to become an MVP and bring value to the world through your skills. If you have not checked it out already, I do a YouTube series called How to Become an MVP. The link is in the show notes. With that, let's get on with the show. Today's guest is from Nigeria. He works at Russell Smith as a Power Platform consultant. He was first awarded as MVP in 2022. He's a founding member and thought leader of the Nigerian Power Apps user group, which started in 2019. In his spare time, he likes to watch football, reading, and he's into gaming. You can find links to his bio and social media, etc., in the show notes for this episode. Welcome to the show, Ibrahim.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
So in 2019, you started the Nigerian Power Apps user group. How's that been going for you?
Excellent. I mean, it's been fantastic. I mean, we've been able to upskill over 1,000 people, both IT and non-IT professionals. And it's been, I mean, till today, even today, I was able to take a former CTA, a CTO, and I know way back. I mean, she's also trying to embrace the Power Platform. So it shows the level of adoption of the Power Platform. I mean, people keep telling me daily they want to learn these, and and it's been fantastic. I must be sincere. I mean, we started 2019 when the adoption was still very low as far as Nigeria is concerned, and since then, between then and now, there's been a major. I mean, there's been a major shift. I mean, from what people used to know to now, the adoption of low code has been excellent, especially here in Nigeria, Lagos precisely.
Wow. So tell me a bit about Lagos. Tell me a bit about what you do for food, family, and fun when you're not doing the IT side of things.
Well, I'm actually IT. IT is me, You see, most times I'm always on my computer. I mean, but if I'm not doing that, I'm somebody who loves volunteering. I also have a foundation where I help teams to also grow in terms of career and in terms of also adoption of IT. I tend to interact with these things quite a lot, and I see where their pain point is, and I try to assist them. Aside, I also watch football. I'm a Chelsea fan, even though Chelsea is not doing well right now. But I'm a Chelsea fan. Yeah. Then yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I also catch up with my friends on social media.
Nice. So how did you get into IT? What was your journey to IT, and how old were you when you started?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much way back 2010 when I was trying to get I studied electronics and computer engineering prior to my getting into school. I learned how to repair the computer. That was 2004. I could repair the computer. I could do graphics. I could use Microsoft Word and the likes. I mean, so getting into school was sweet for me because while on campus, I could type very fast. I could repair my computer when there's an issue. So adopting IT was seamless for me. I mean, when I was in 400 level, I was supposed to take my internship, and that was where it started. I worked in the company where they were majorly doing Microsoft technologies, SharePoint most precisely, and that was where I actually started my SharePoint journey. And a fantastic company it was, and I was on some projects, and that led me to having much interest into doing SharePoint and Microsoft technology. Yes. One thing I also did was when I was in my 300 level, I learned how to write PHP programming language. And he also
Ah, yeah.
helped, yeah.
Yep.
So he also helped me when I was looking for my first job after school. I mean, pretty much interesting journey, yeah, for me.
So how did your focus then move into things like the Power Platform or Dynamics 365?
Oh, great. So, I mean, if you are a SharePoint person, one of the things that you might likely do is also to build processes using info platforms. I mean, back in the day, we were building processes, especially forms and workflows using InfoPath and SharePoint Designer. They were the low code, no code tools that were available then. I mean, that was the good old days of those two technologies. I mean, the moment Microsoft announced the deprecation of those two platforms, and where that means there was a need for us to embrace the new technology that Microsoft was coming up with, and that's why I mean we started with the Power Platform in 2019, which when we formed our community was started by a friend and colleague for Yolajide Bello. She just beckoned on me. She beckoned on me for us to, I mean, start this community, even though we're already using the tool, not as much as we're using it now, but we already started using the tool. And she felt, hey, we needed to come up with a community. We needed to start our own stuff. We needed to also look forward to us hosting the Global Power Platform Bootcamp, which happens every February. And that was how we started. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we had people joining from different areas within Lagos. And before we say Jack, I mean, we started, and things started working out for us in terms of gaining traction from the global world to see what Nigerians are doing with the Power Platform. I mean, so far it's been an exciting journey. We've done quite a number of processes leveraging this platform. And the platform has also evolved from 2019 to now. There's been a major shift in terms of
Mm.
upgrading the platform. Quite interesting, yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. That's so good to hear your journey and how you got together and formed that community, which is obviously, and I've heard a lot about it and the impact that it's having um, uh, in Nigeria. Tell me about what your day job looks like. What do you do for a job? Are you using the Power Platform as part of your daily job as well?
Yeah, so yes, I do that. I do that. I mean, I build new processes, and one of the things that I also do now is also to bring up upcoming ones and guide them in this journey of Power Platform adoption. I also do training from time to time. Yes, I mean, at this level, I'm more of managerial. So the scale is also to ensure that I have people I can say yes, I've been able to train these people, and they can also build good solutions that fit for business purposes, and to also ensure that whenever they have challenges, they can always come to me to address all of them. We sit together and address those issues together. I mean, so yes, while I'm hands-on, yes, I also guide to ensure that yes, um, my subordinates are able to churn out solutions leveraging the platform.
Excellent. What since becoming an MVP, how has that impacted your career? Do you think it's had a little impact or a lot of impact? Yeah, what's that been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it has. It has. So, one of the advantage of that is that it gives you more visibility. You have people trying to look up to you. You have people trying to, I mean, talk to you about issues they have around their solutions. You have. I mean, one of those. I'm sure I'm on this show because I'm also an MVP. I mean, you wouldn't have invited me if I'm not, right?
Mm, 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 mm.
So that's one of the things that the MVP gives you. And I've also been able to interact with people who also have more skilled as far as the platform is concerned. We have a forum where we also get to interact if you have issues. You know, and I'm pretty much like I said, it's giving quite a lot of traction and visibility. And yeah, I want to continue to be one. I want to continue
Mhm.
to assist those who are willing to also learn. I mean, and once they learn, I know it gives me joy. It gives them the opportunity to get employment. I mean, gainful employment, and yeah. allows them to solve their solutions, no matter how small it is.
It's good. As we move into 2023, kind of what's the new stuff you're learning at the moment? What's your focus area? What are you excited about?
Yeah, so 2023, we're trying to look at how to fully leverage the Power Platform. AI Builder, for instance, it's quite interesting. We're trying to build some solutions leveraging the AI Builder. Um, one of the power of that feature of the Power Platform is that it allows you to pull data from PDF, from images, and there's so many use cases that you can actually use to treat. So I'm looking at building solutions that around that space. One other thing that also focusing is the Power Pages. Sometimes ago I was trying to build a website leveraging that, even though I had issues, but it was a learning curve. It was a learning curve for me, and right now I just want to continue to build on that to see what can be achieved using the Power Pages. One of the beauty of it is that it's mobile responsive by default, and which I really like. And you can even bring codes together from different sources and still be able to to integrate it into building Power Pages. So yeah, it's pretty much interesting. The platform is evolving every day, and you have to be up there. You have to keep learning so that you don't get lost. Because when you get there tomorrow, you might be seeing something else. Recently there was some kind of rearrangement around the user interface, around the landing page. So if you've been there for a month and you're just coming down, you'll be shocked to see the new UI, the new aesthetics, and so it's evolving every day. And kudos to Microsoft for that.
If you consider the five core applications that are in Power Platform, so Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, Power Pages, and Power BI, what are you seeing in Nigeria as to be the ones that are most commonly used? Do you see businesses adopting one key area over others? Are you seeing a wide adoption of the Power Platform?
Yeah, like I said, there's a wide adoption of the platform right now. I can beat my chest to that. For I have a team that I work with, and within our community also, we see the adoption growing every day, from banks to insurance to telcos. You see people building to even IOC, international oil and gas companies. You see them building solutions that are worth thousands of dollars. Leveraging the power platform. Especially the power apps, which allows you to fetch data, automate, that allows you to do the flow, then BI that allows you to present your data and analytical. Present analytics. So these three especially have, the adoption, the usage are quite high. I must say, the opportunities is growing. We're not there yet, but I can see the trajectory. That it's a curve that is really making a lot of sense. By next year, would have seen something pretty much more exciting than what it is today. But like I said, although one of the challenges that we have our developers leaving the shores of the country right now. Because of one or two things. But the beauty of it is that we're replacing them as they are leaving, and that's why I want to encourage everyone to, as much as possible, learn, and also prepare for opportunities, because opportunities will always come. So you have to be prepared so that when they come, you're able to jump on them.
So what are your thoughts on AI? Right, we're seeing it a lot in the media. A lot of people are engaging in it. What are you doing, and what are you thinking about AI?
Okay, yeah. So pretty much AI is here to stay. AI is the present, and AI is the future. Um, I was giving a case of the AI bidder part of the Power Platform, for instance. Say you want to be able to extract details of your invoice, for instance, which you receive daily, and quite a number of them. So what AI does is it allows you to train your model such that subsequent invoices that you upload, you're able to extract the details of the invoices and you're able to store them in a database. So what it does is that it allows you to be more productive, right? And it also saves you quite a number of time, because imagine that you have to manually type out the details of the invoice into a table before you now start doing your analytics. So you save a lot of time using AI to pull the data of the invoice to your table, and it allows you to do your analytics or whatever insights you want to make out of that data. And also another case of AI is ChatGPT that everyone is talking about now. Pretty much helps you in building your solution. Back in the day when you have issues around your application, you have to run to somebody, and if the person is available, the person assists you, and you have to go online to look for whatever solution. But now with ChatGPT, you just need to type, okay, I'm having this social issue. I want to refactor this code. I want to extract details from a PDF on ChatGPT, and before you say Jack, it gives you the step by step of what you need to do. So this is interesting. This is novel, and we don't we can't but just adopt this technology, and we all need to learn about it and how to use it. So it's pretty much very, very key. The future is looking very, very bright with artificial intelligence, and we can't afford to miss out. It's an area that people should actually look out for and continue to invest in. Pretty much Microsoft had also, is trying to integrate that with Bing. So imagine how powerful Microsoft Bing would be. So I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait for that.
Ibrahim, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm your host, Business Application MVP Mark Smith, otherwise known as the NZ365 Guy. If you like the show and want to be a supporter, check out buymeacoffee.com/NZ365 Guy. Thanks again, and see you next time.